Hello to all the Saiyans around the world. I'm Toshi from Bandai Namco Entertainment. I'm the co-producer of Dragon Ball Legends, and with me here is...
Hi, I'm Alejandro Saab. I'm the voice of Shallot in Dragon Ball Legends.
Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So, here today, we're here to talk about PvP tips and tricks, but this is episode 0. We're here to talk about simple basics, things that you should know beforehand, or things that might have gone over your head a bit and don't really know the details with.
Sure, makes sense.
Yeah, so a lot of the, not even veteran players know the full extent of the details in terms of Dragon Ball Legends character upgrades and such, so we're here to talk about that today. So, this table of contents might seem very intimidating.
It sure does.
Uh-huh.
It absolutely does.
In fact, I'll be honest, this is intimidating, but in actuality, we can explain these in small steps 1 through 4, and they're actually not that big when you put it separately.
Sure.
So, Dragon Ball Legends, we like to think, is a relatively casual, action-oriented smartphone game.
Right.
But, of course, during heated moments in PvP or events, it requires a lot of movement on screen.
Yeah, it definitely does.
So, just want to give simple tips and tricks as to what might be helpful in terms of how to hold your phone is our first step. So, let me see how you usually play.
All right, I usually play with 2 hands. That's how I do it.
Yep.
So,
Swipe around with your right.
yeah, like with one hand I swipe around and then the other hand I just press the cards.
Thanks
or use
for
my
hitting
special
me.
Ability. Look, I'm taking advantage of the situation.
Yep. So, it might seem a lot easier with 2 fingers, but we'd like to push for a casual game. So, we designed it so you can play with one hand.
Okay.
Just like how you're holding right now. So, it looks like you're supporting it with your pinky, you're playing with your thumb. It actually, once you get used to it, it's not bad at all. And in fact, accidentally, when you have both hands on deck, you might tap when you don't want to. Oh, is that something you've done before?
No, I've never done anything like that.
You're blinking a lot, but okay. So, with your right hand, or one hand, if you're left-handed, go ahead and use your left hand.
Right.
Tap arts card, try out your strike, blast, and whenever you move around, swipe between the key charge meter and the Dragon Balls that show up. It's the easiest place. I've seen some players do it between the space between the arts card and the health bar.
Yeah. Oh, really? Like down here
Yeah.
or like up here?
Around there. You can do that too, because that way your hand won't hide the arts card while you're moving.
Oh.
But that's just one of the other ways of playing.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I've gotten so accustomed to play like this. I've never even considered that I could go down here.
Yeah. That sounds a bit weird, but yes. So that's just one of the few ways as to starting out the game. Make sure you find a comfortable position. Don't strain yourself too much just doing this game. Think of it as a casual game. Only tap when you need to. You don't have to spam the screen to move. I've seen lots of players try to spam the screen. It puts a lot of stress on the finger. You don't have to. The moment-to-moment input is actually not that high-paced once you get used to it.
Good to know.
So the next thing I'd like to teach you is how to move around and maneuver around your enemies.
Okay.
So when you first hold your game and look at it, so like let's say you hold it up right now, can you do the same? Yeah, and move around, you can see that it feels like a free-moving game. You can hold down the screen and swipe to left, you move left, swipe to right, you move right, and if you swipe slowly and hold down the screen, you can move infinitely.
Yeah.
This actually lets you dodge simple tap shot attacks and such, which I'll explain later. But you can move left and right like that. And when you do that forward and backwards, you can get closer or get further away from the enemy. So, strictly speaking, it's actually not entirely free moving, if you will.
Okay.
It should show up on the screen right now. So, the top or the left side is how the map is gridded out, how this battle stage is actually gridded out. You just can't see the grid clearly.
Right.
But the blue icon is you, and the red icon is the enemy. By default, you guys start out in a medium range. Right now, on the left side, it shows that the enemy is in the furthest possible range. You swipe up once, you get closer one by one grid, and you swipe again, you get closer by another. So technically speaking, there's 3 different ranges. There's the close quarters, there's mid-range, and then long range.
Okay, simple enough.
Left and right really matters when you're vanish stepping, when you're trying to dodge attacks. And also this grid is really important for you to know because special attacks have certain ranges that they can hit or not hit.
Oh, okay.
So there's the Kamehameha, which is simple enough. It shoots forward, so it doesn't matter where the enemy is, it hits them as long as they don't dodge it.
Right, with vanish step.
Whereas like Nappa's Giant Storm special attack, that one can't be dodged if you're in close quarters or mid-range.
Oh, okay.
So these grids actually show up on the character description. I'll actually show that to you later on too. But being aware of how far away you are from the enemy might help out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's very useful to know.
Now we're off to simple controls, such as the tap attack and tap blast attack.
Okay.
All right, so hold up your phone. Let me see what's going on there, and let the viewers see what you're gonna do. So tap the screen once, anywhere. That's not the character. There we go. So earlier we showed you the grid.
Right.
So if you're further away from the enemy, if you're not in close range and you tap the screen, it becomes a tap shot, just like what you did right now. I'm far away, so I did tap shot too.
Right.
But if you're close and you tap the screen, there we go. It becomes a normal tap attack.
Okay.
And there's 3 stages to it. You can connect up to 3 times.
Okay.
And on the final connecting attack, you push the enemy away. You're doing it, you're just beating my face separately, so yeah.
I just want to be able to punch your face.
Fair enough. So, you can push the enemy away to mid-range.
Okay. With a melee attack?
Yes. So, the tap attack actually can be dodged by swiping backwards.
Oh, okay.
So, let's say, see, I just swipe back. And I dodged your attack. Try again. Up. Well,
Really?
Yep. One more time. Oh, God. One more time. I'm not good at this. I hope the viewers get the idea, though. Let's move on so I don't have to shame myself even more.
Well.
Yeah. So, the tap shots can actually be dodged in 2 ways. One is the obvious one. When you see an exclamation mark on your character, you can dodge it by vanishing step.
Okay.
And another is by just simply moving sideways like this. Try to hit me with a tap shot. Nope. Does not hit.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I can try one more time?
I made this game.
Oh, well.
So, yes, it does not hit.
Okay.
So those are simple tips and tricks in terms of what those tap attacks do. Those are very different from your average arts card attack, which you have lined up on the bottom right there. Those are a lot more powerful but require a key, whereas these don't require a key. Of course, in return, they don't deal as much damage.
Right.
So mixing it up a little bit might change the tide of the battle.
Okay.
So next we have the arts card.
Okay.
The game will mostly comprise of you using those arts card to win the battle, or hopefully win the battle. So, yeah, let's see your screen right now.
You sure I just can't win by tapping?
Technically, you can, if you try really hard. I don't suggest it.
Oh. Well.
So my Goku was about to be defeated, so I'm going to switch to Piccolo. But so do you see those arts cards lined up right there?
Right.
Those have different icons and colors, and each of them, by tapping on them, activates a special attack or skill, depending on the character. Try using the red one.
Okay.
Boop. Simple enough.
Yeah.
You should know what happens, right?
Right.
You bash their face in. It doesn't matter how far the enemy is. You will dive towards them, and it will become a melee attack.
Okay.
Whereas the Blast Arts card is the yellow one.
Sure.
and it hits Piccolo from any distance, just like the Strike Arts card, except this time you don't move forward.
Right. Same place.
Same place. And now the green cards. Those are what we like to call them quirk cards. They are unique to every character and do something very unique depending on the character. So in your case, it powers up and increases damage. In some other character's case, it might shoot a special laser beam, like Cooler, that destroys the enemy's arts cards.
Oh, wow, okay, that's really nifty.
And there are other special characters where they don't just buff themselves, but also gives power-ups to their allies or heals themselves. And it all depends on what it says on their character description, so try reading that depending on what character you use.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
Because reading is important.
Oh, God. I bet you don't read the characters.
No.
Well, now you have a reason to. So, the blue arts card, those are very simple. Those are the special moves. Every character has a unique special move, and it's not just simple damage output. It actually causes all sorts of maybe status ailments, or special buffs, or just simply, it looks cool. So in your case, boop.
You're right, it does look cool.
And what's also special about Shallot is he can learn other characters' special attacks too.
Yeah.
So you can try that around too by playing other characters. So a lot of the characters have unique special moves with different effects, different buffs, and also different ranges. So what I mean is, let's try. Can you just keep attacking me and see if you can draw a special move arts card?
Sure.
Oh, God.
Suffer.
No.
Come.
So as you can see, you draw arts card little by little.
Right.
So you either maybe want to use them all at once, or strategically, I can't talk. Strategically, depending on the situation. Like, let's say I'm trying to do a strike card, you should try maybe blast arts.
Okay.
There we go. Up. Too slow.
I sure was.
One more time.
Okay. Oh, too fast.
Oh my God. One more time.
Okay.
Go.
Ooh, just right.
So you can stop strike arts card with the blast arts because you're further away, obviously. If you're in close range, though, it might be a bit more difficult. So it really depends on your playstyle. You should also, I still want to show you the special move. Let's see if that can happen. Can you try using up some cards?
Sure.
Also, another thing to note as you use the cards is they use key, which is the blue circle right above your character's head.
Right.
And that is very important for you to manage, as that key is very essential in using the arts card. The cost that it requires is the number on the top right corner of your arts card. So depending on your arts card, it might cost more. Obviously, special moves take a lot more key than your normal strike attack does.
Right.
So it should have cut. So you have your special arts card in your hand right now.
Right.
Special move arts card, sorry. So Android 17's special attack is a ranged one. It hits close quarters and mid-range, but it can't hit characters that are far away.
Right.
So you gotta make sure that you're in close proximity. But because it hits all the range between close and mid-range, I can't dodge out of it. So try it out.
Okay.
I'm gonna beat you like a rod.
Oh.
There we go. So I just dodged, but since I was still in range, it hit. So there are special moves like that where you can't dodge, and the only thing you can do is either hope the enemy uses it accidentally when you're far away,
Right.
or you back away when you're in mid-range.
That's good to know.
So next, I'll show you what happens when two certain arts cards clash between each other.
Ooh, okay.
So let's show it to you, demonstrate it to you directly.
Okay.
So you're Shallot, I'm using Super Saiyan Goku.
I sure am.
So I have my melee, the red arts card. You
Right.
had one too, right? Let's use it at the same time.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, ooh, okay.
That's what happens. So what you're supposed to do here is tap the screen when the yellow bar is fullest.
I didn't tap.
I didn't either.
Oh, okay.
So you have a bit of a time limit. You can't infinitely wait. And the objective is to make sure your yellow bar is larger than the opponent's. The number shows at the end to show what you got and what the opponent got. In my case, since we didn't do anything on screen, it automatically ended and gave us a random number. But the maximum you can get to is actually 1,000.
Oh, wow, okay.
When you perfectly time it so that it's full.
Have you perfectly timed it to 1,000?
I've only gotten 999.
Yeah, 998.
But you can get 1,000. So, all right, let's try to show it one more time.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. So these only happen between 2 strike arts card. And I got 917. You win. And the best thing about this is I can automatically connect to my next attack.
Why would you do that?
Because I can.
Stop.
So that was the strike arts clash.
Right.
I'll show you what happens when you do it between 2 blast arts attack.
Okay.
All right. So you have one, I have one.
I sure do.
Ready to use it?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing special. It cancels each other out. And yeah, that's what's supposed to happen. The same thing with the tap blasts, actually. You want to tap the screen at the same time?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. Yeah.
Oh,
You shoot one, he shoots one. And actually, something similar happens with the normal tap attacks too.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I punched you.
I pressed it.
All right, one more time.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So between the normal tap attacks, it doesn't become a full clash, but you back away from each other.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is a situation where you don't really see it happen too frequently.
Okay.
In fact, it has to be between 2 special move arts card that does a straight beam attack, like
Okay.
Kamehameha or Shallot's Wild Cannon.
Cool.
So you have a special move attack, and I have one too.
Okay.
I'll show you what happens when you do it at the same time.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, that's so
pretty cool.
Okay.
It's the same thing. Ow.
Yes, I won!
Ah. Wow. It looks cool, so it's fine. But it's the same thing as the strike arts clash. You're really smug.
I'm not smug, I'm just happy Shallot be Goku.
But it's a pretty cool effect. You don't see it happen too often in PvP. But if you know it can be done, and you have a special move in your hand, and they activate it, it's pretty satisfying to make it happen.
Gotcha.